Good morning and welcome to the pre-market report for 4th July 2022. Now, when looking at the international news front, there is not much new as the only one major news is that Moody's released a new report that says the global credit conditions are coming more tighter. This is basically due to rising borrowing costs, the economic growth across every country is slowing down, and the soaring dollar across the world. On the Indian economy front, however, there is a good amount of news. Number one, the GST collection for June was the second highest ever recorded, and it reached 1.45 lakh crore. Then the second one, which is a negative, is that the manufacturing sector, the Indian manufacturing sector, basically it faced a slowdown to a 9-month low in June, which is a big negative for the economy. And another thing is that the windfall tax which Sitamaram imposed is expected to get back 1 lakh crore of revenue. Now, that is a predatory tax, I would say, she has brought in. And then other news is that the foreign investors have continued leaving for in June, like they've been doing for the past 9 months, and they removed more than 50,000 crore from the equity markets in June alone, which is a huge hit. And anyone who puts this statement, the foreign investors do not matter, is an idiot. And it shows with that, and it shows with what is happening in the graphs. Now, on the company specific news, HDFC Bank merger has got a nod from the stock exchanges, and I think it's one of the reasons we had a strong up move in the Banknifty on Friday. This is that news, naturally, being the Indian market, will have been leaked before to certain people, and that is one of the big reasons I believe we had that up move on Friday, as even the Nifty was struggling, but the Banknifty had a lot of strength, which we had not seen from a long time. So now we will have to see how much of this strength persists, as I believe that news has been priced in, as the big boys already knew. Now it's going to be for the normal folk to react a bit to it and then decide. Now let's look at the charts. Now when we look at the global charts, we see that the S&P 500 is holding the support level I had mentioned. As I had said when it had formed a big white candle, that I expect it to hold the support at basically 3,760. If it were to have a pullback, this is exactly what occurred. And we can see on every time which has been selling off, it has been holding the lows very nicely. The support, so provided we continue holding this zone, then we can expect a breakout to the upside. However, it all now depends if we can break the 20-day moving average on the daily chart for the S&P 500. Now when we come to the Dow Jones, it's the same picture. As I had said, the same thing, that this candle support was going to save us from having a further decline, and that is what has happened. So now it will basically be for us to reclaim the 20-day moving average, and if we do so, then we'll break this resistance and head towards the quant resistance at 32,111 rupees. Now another factor that I believe today will really affect how we perform as an index is Reliance. Reliance on Friday got absolutely battered, and we'll have to see how it opens and performs today. If it has a strong opening, that Reliance can take us right above a lot of the resistance levels. However, if it does not, then it can be a laggard as it was on Friday in the Nifty. Now, the SGXNIFTY is basically roughly the same price as Friday, and is indicating a small gap down. But now the Nifty has managed to reclaim one of the important quant resistance levels I had shared beginning of last week. 15,700. Now it's important to see if we can continue above this. However, when you look at a 3-hour chart, it looks like a high probability that we will have an up move, and the next simple resistance level we can look at is at 15,954. Yes, 15,954 is basically the simple candle resistance if we manage to continue holding this zone. Now if we come to the Bank Nifty, I say the resistance level at 32,600 last week, and that resistance held the index down for the whole week, but Friday the index has managed to reclaim it partially with half a candle bumping up above it. Now if we can continue holding this resistance zone and have a breakout beyond 32,700 and 32,900, then we can have a further up move. So this is going to be a very important zone to watch, and this is going to be a very important zone to watch. So I'll say today depends fully on these two zones, how the index performs at them, plus Reliance, plus how much of the HDFC bank news has been priced in, as I believe that is what caused Banknifty to show such extraordinary strength on Friday while the Nifty was struggling. That's all for today. Thank you for watching the video, and do like the video and subscribe to the channel.